Hi everyone and welcome back to the tasting room. We're sampling today a bourbon from Buffalo Trace. This is Eagle Rare. Now for those of you who don't know, there are six main giants in the bourbon industry. There's Buffalo Trace, of course, Heaven Hill. There is Jim Beam, who owns Maker's Mark, Brown-Forman, Wild Turkey, and Four Roses. So this one here comes from Buffalo Trace. Buffalo Trace actually also the maker of the wildly sought after Pappy Van Winkle. I've yet to ever get my hands on a bottle. But this Eagle Rare here is actually the same mash bill. It's the same whiskey really as the flagship Buffalo Trace whiskey. The only difference is this one is aged a little bit longer, and it's aged in a different section of the rickhouse. So the flagship Buffalo Trace, I believe, is aged somewhere in the middle of the rickhouse. The Eagle Rare is aged for at least 10 years on one of the bottom two levels. Let this open up a little bit. So it's a sweet nose, lots of corn. This is actually the lower rye content mash bill that Buffalo Trace uses. I think it's said to be, less than 10% rye. So lots of corn in this one. Notes of toffee, honey. It's a little bit nutty. Just a faint hint of orange peel. The palate, very silky, very smooth. Still very sweet. Gives you some caramel on the palate there. More honey. And at the end, just a nice, long, warm growing spice. It's just a good, solid bourbon drinker's bourbon, Sweet, rich, corn heavy. It's a fairly high proof. I think this one is 90 proof, 45% alcohol. It's a good, well-rounded bourbon. So to rate this one here, the nose is very aromatic. Had some nice sweeter notes. Had some toffee, some honey, a little bit of orange peel thrown in there. Give the nose 22 points. The taste for this one, and a little bit of character. Also very rich, very silky, smooth on the palate. I'm going to give the taste 21 points. The finish here was a nice, good, long, drawn-out finish. A little bit warming, a little drying. We'll give the finish 22 points. And then the overall balance for this one, I'm going to give 23.5. And that's going to leave me with an overall score of 88.5 points for this Eagle Rare 10-year-old whiskey. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to give it a thumbs up or leave a comment in the comment section down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, when you do subscribe, hit that little bell next to the subscribe button to make sure you get notifications of new videos. I do have one come out every Saturday, and I would sure hate for you to miss one. So go ahead and do that for me, and I will see you again next week, right here on The Tasting Room.